Right, so, Marvel has been doing these things recently. I think with the recent acquisition of Disney acquiring Fox. I will be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, with Disney acquiring Fox, that now means that Disney has the rights to not only The Simpsons, not only the film rights for the X-Men and Fantastic Four now, as we well know, with the release of Deadpool 3. But also, Disney now has the film rights to tenuous rights to the Predator. It's difficult to say who actually owns that, but they have the film rights to Alien. We've got Avengers versus Aliens book going on at the moment. I'm not reading that. I wanted to pick it up, but I've not been able to find it. But what I did find, what has come out quite recently, is Predator versus Black Panther, issue number 1 of, I believe, 4. And this is, as someone who doesn't know much, if anything, about the Predator, this is a big, This is a big what? I mean, like, there's multiple of them. It's like a big, like, planet, like, race of Predator. What? I thought the Predator was one bloke. Obviously like an alien, but I thought it was just like one bloke. There's more than one what? So that's my knowledge of the Predator going into this. Obviously I've got quite a decent knowledge on Black Panther. I think what is a big strength to this book going in is it's the same artist. It's Benjamin Percy who did Wolverine v Predator, which I've heard good things about that book. I've also yet to read it myself yet, but I've heard that that's good. Benjamin Percy did a lot of Wolverine beforehand, so he loves that character. I've been really enjoying his Ghost Rider as well. Benjamin Percy's just a really, like, good workman kind of writer. And I don't think he's written Black Panther before, but his voice for the character, he obviously cares more about the Predator angle here than the Black Panther angle. The Predator thing is just one of, like... So there's this Predator that has 2 sons, or this Yotya. That's what the race of Predators are called, the Yotya. There is this Yotya that has 2 sons. One big, strong, muscly, macho man, this Chad Predator, and the other one, like, is missing a leg. He's, you know, weak, scrawny in the eyes of his dad, and the two of them basically are sent to this planet, given their own army, and basically told to fight each other to the death. And the scrawny one ends up outsmarting his brother and kills him, and finds out that this spear that his dad has is made of vibranium. So he's like, I want more of this. I think this is cool. Why don't we have an armor that's made of vibranium? Why don't we have, like, masks made of vibranium? Why do we only have this spear? And where is the rest of the vibranium? So that's where we then get taken to Wakanda, because that's obviously where vibranium is. And there must be a thing bridging the 2 Marvel Predator books, and that thing probably is vibranium. They just really want vibranium. So what's the next? Is it going to be Predator versus Hammerhead next? I don't know. But yeah, they want vibranium, or this specific Yotja wants vibranium, so Wakanda ends up getting invaded by predators, and that's where we end the book, essentially. We get a little bit of Black Panther, and this, I think, takes place before T'Challa joins the Avengers, before he meets the Fantastic Four. This is basically this is pre Black Panther's first appearance. So we're seeing essentially a Wakanda, but the characters look like they do in the previous run, or at least Shuri does anyway. Every other character, like Black Panther's got his cape, he's got his like traditional, like first appearance look. But yeah, I really like the look of Black Panther in this. He looks like, the classic Black Panther that you know and love. Yeah, I found myself enjoying this quite a bit. And obviously I'm going to get the rest of it. But it's definitely a Predator book with Black Panther in it. It's not a Black Panther book. And there's a reason why Predator's name is first. It gets first billing because it's his book. But obviously Black Panther's probably going to win at the end of this. I'm interested to see what turns it takes and how it kind of changes or uses parts of Black Panther's history and melds that into and makes the Predator part of that. Because that's what the Wolverine book ended up doing, from what I've heard, anyway. Like, they've explained some things and brought the Predator into Wolverine's mythos, and kind of made that kind of its own, like, alternate universe. I wonder if Wolverine's going to show up in this. I don't think he will. Are we going to make the Predator Marvel Universe, or the Marvel Universe that has Predators in it? If the Predators are obsessed with vibranium, they're going to go after... The next book is going to be Predator versus Captain America, obviously. I think that might make sense. Obviously, it's not going to be... I think that would be an interesting book in a way of essentially having Captain America fight something that is so out of his wheelhouse. But I don't think that's what people would really want. I think Predator going up against, like, Frank Castle would be really fun. I think if you do a Predator Spider-Man book, but it's a secret Kraven book, it's a secret Predator versus, like, Predator hunting down Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, essentially, or hunting down Kraven, and Kraven becomes the hunted, becomes the prey. That would be really cool, and Spider-Man kind of has to stop the Predator from killing Kraven. That would be a fun story, I think. This is cool, though. I like the premise. I do think Chris Allen is the wrong artist for this. I think he's the wrong artist for a lot of books. I don't like his style. It looks okay when he's drawing Black Panther and when he's drawing Wakanda. It looks cool. When he's drawing, like, the jungle and outside, it looks cool. But whenever there's a lot of characters, or whenever the Predators are on screen or on page, I was about to say on screen. There's no screen on a comic book. When the Predators are on page, everything starts to look very, very crowded. And that is my biggest problem with this, outside of the plot being very thin. My biggest problem is that the artwork doesn't do service to Benjamin Percy's writing, which isn't you know, the deepest thing in the world anyway. No one's going into Predator versus Black Panther expecting the most deep story ever. But I think it deserves to look prettier than it does. I think Chris Allen is the wrong artist, especially when you look at and the art changes like 3 times throughout this book, and there's no like flashbacks or flash forwards. There's just what is happening right now, and there's very little consistency in the art. It changes so drastically throughout. It's just not my thing. The styles are all very similar, but it's a noticeable difference. It's like you can tell going from one page to the other, there's something not quite right. It's when you can notice a change in a recipe with something. You can tell, yeah, it's the same dish, but there's something in her that wasn't there before, or you've taken something away that was there before that doesn't. It makes it taste different. Makes it taste like a little bit off. It's like when you eat something that's like a day after it's used by date. Usually it's fine, but you can tell that it's like, oh, my tummy's not gonna like this in a couple of days or in a couple of hours. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt with the art with this book, which sounds harsh, and it's not meant to sound as harsh as it does, but it does sound very harsh. But that's it. Let me know in the comments below if you read Predator versus Black Panther. Also, let me know if you read Wolverine versus Black Panther, and let me know if you read Aliens versus Avengers, or Avengers versus Alien, because I've heard very good things about that book. Let me know if it's worth picking up. Also, let me know your pin number. Yeah. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I would love to get over that speed bump of 1060. I'd love to hopefully I would get to 1100 before the end of the year. I would just love to get past 1070 before the end of the year. Ideally the end of the month, but hopefully the end of the year. But yeah, let me know what you think of this book. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed. Peace.